So hi everyone, today in this video we're gonna develop another solutions for another type of problems in our day-to-day life that we have to look so in order to create new type of solutions, effective solutions. And obviously the effective solutions are new and everyone tends to agree that the solutions to be efficient get like logic that applies in reality. So based in previous study that we have been done in the all fields that exist, science, in psychology, physics, chemistry, patterns that present in the studies that they have done that helps to explain the way that a reality works. And then with what's good look, one that tends to apply a lot in the developed countries. That is the fertility below replacement level that tends to happen in developed countries. And we have as examples in Japan that we have 1.15 children per woman in 2024, a record low. In Italy, as example as well, 1.2 in 2023. In USA, 1.62 in 2023, and the European Union average is 1.38 in 2023. So we're seeing a fertility below replacement level. And obviously this comes with the consequence because with diminishing of the population, and this is something that's proven in a lot of patterns, we have as well the fall in the economy of that region, which so makes a lot of the time the fall as well of the nation, where we have seen in other type of imperiums in the past, and obviously we now see in a lot of nations, and obviously so it creates a lot of the what we call as the main type of behaviors that we see today. A lot of immigration coming from that countries, and obviously this always tends to create a lack of cohesion because when you get immigration at so high rate to so kind of replace the childrens that that are not getting made by the people in some country. Obviously, people they kind of historically proven that they kind of create conflicts because when they from different religions, when they so don't have that much of characteristics in common, and then this puts in cause the cohesion of the country. And then so obviously this after just that, so we have shrinking workforce, GDP growth tails, and even can GDP decrease over the time, pension systems under strain, so these type of welfare services that are kind of sustained by we having a lot of young and workforce and not so is not sustainable when we have too much of elder people and the slurred people aging and then healthcare burden rises. So what are the mental models and practical fixes for that? A one that we have to understand that's probably the most important to understand so this type of thing. The idea of the opportunity cost. The kids versus the career. What's the idea? Higher female labor participation raises the cost of shield bearing, and it's something that happens a lot. So what seems to be something that is present in developed countries that doesn't happen in the other ones. We have the women's they started to work, and if you see for that, since the women start working, we've seen the constant decrease in the borns for each couple, and then so obviously it's what's the reason. So now the opportunity cost of making the activity that's needed. So a kid that obviously the sexual activity, that's the energy, obviously as well the process of so the process of raising a kid that you need to have time. And now if you kind of work and everyone of the couple work, you don't have time so to get your children, you don't have time so to take care of them, and so you need to put them in other type of like other growing schools, and obviously they can be expensive, and then so it's not something that it creates incentives for people to want. And obviously as well, the process of having kids, it takes the time from you, and obviously we want to see today in developed countries the process of we prioritizing a lot getting money, so getting developed in our work, and then obviously with that what this as well creates lack of time so to build to raise these children, so we opt for not having that much. But then so what's hard to fix it is basically is balancing more the opportunity cost. So making so the opportunity cost of having kids being less, and then so people getting the choice and having the choice of doing kids being more pleasant for them. So we have shared parental leave. The Sweden's gender neutral leave has made dual uptake increase 65%. On-site childcare co-ops, the Google-style nurseries in tech parks, as return to work rates increased 80%. So just two actions, but basically it's the idea that you should decrease the opportunity cost of having kids, of to make it so having pleasure. So basically getting incentives in terms of monetary, getting some type of incentive, and so don't having to pay some type of tax. So see four particular ways to do it, but the essence is that of the opportunity cost. Second, hedonic adaptation, comfort over change. What's the idea? Couples adapt quickly to shield-free luxuries, undervaluing long-term joy of parenthood. That happens a lot. People that they feel and they like to not having kids, but when they so get older, they kind of get so this type of feeling of regret, mainly between the women's because obviously they have a more limited time spent to being mothers in comparison with men's. So what's the fix? Future you VR previews. The Spain's demo posts let cheat-free couples experience virtual parenting has made interest in kids increase 45% and parenthood sabbaticals. The France's baby trial month has made temporary hands-on fosters commitment to real children. 3. Pluralistic ignorance, misjudging desires. That's the idea. People assume their peers don't want big families, and it's supposed to fix by knowing that. Transparent surveys, the apps reveal 78% of peers dream of 2+ kids, has made social norms shift, and community story nights, local cafes host families to share positive parenting experience. 4. Status quo bis, fear of the no. What's the idea? Sticking with current lifestyle seems safer than having a shield. That happens a lot. Fix, family hackathons. Germany's Design Your First Year events has made parents brainstorm solutions to common pain points. And Mini Kids Trials, Denmark's weekend foster program for new parents to try life with infants. 5. Ensuring fixed expectation. What's the idea? Media portrayals ensure on perfect families, deterring those who feel unqualified. Again, this is something that we see a lot. Fix by knowing this happen. Real life family campaigns, the Netherlands Imperfect Families, ads show messy and joyful homes, and buddy parent networks, the veteran parents sponsor first timers for guidance and moral support. 6. The social proof. We follow the money. What's the idea? When few have kids, it feels weird, so fewer do. What's the fix by knowing that? We have high visibility family zones. The Korean baby streets with playgrounds in business districts. And corporate family days, the USA firm sponsor quarterly family picnics, normalizing kids at work. 7. Time consistency. Short-term pain, long-term gain. What's the idea? Immediate cost like sleep loss expenses overshadow future benefits, fulfillment support in old age. So basically, we're not good in evaluating pleasures that comes in the future, and then so we tend to undervalue how good they are in comparison with the pleasure that comes with short-term actions. And obviously, sleep loss and expenses normally what gets normally in the first step stages of having a child. But and now, what are the other revenue that comes after that stage when they start to get developed? When you see and you can help them and them so start working, start making their life, and that's where so you kind of get the benefits of having kids, seeing growing, contributing for society. And normally it's just so after you kind of passing what seems to be more harder than so the sleep loss than when that you have when there are more babies. And then so what's the idea? And you probably have to look for psychology to solve this type of paradox. So what are the fixes for that? We have incremental incentives. We have the Japan Start Shield bonds, small cash rewards at birth, larger at age 5 and 10. So idea to have these incremental incentives can be a good one. And intergenerational co-housing, Hitler's village models where grandparents and newborns live alongside. As made shared support reduces the short-term burden. Important. So if it's difficult for them to just one or two, depending if the fathers are in union or not, make it easier so for other people support, and obviously we're talking more about other families. So with that, I expect that you get, so what's the importance of this channel is providing you how useful you just by knowing 10, 20, 30 mental models and apply to solve the majority of the problems, and obviously being able to understand good the problems, you can already create really good solutions and see how important it can be so to absorb just of 20, 30, 40 abstract concepts. So with that, I expect to see in other videos that we're going to talk about other problems, applying other mental models, and I hope that so it was enough to may like the channel, to subscribe, and I hope to see so in the next one.